About his ego. So, no, really. I mean, you can't laugh. I mean, the guy's a tyrant. Who's going to put up with this anymore? You know, that's why he hides, because he knows that he cannot walk the streets, because everybody will face him, all of you, all of us. So I'm going to bring up another individual, Gary Brenner, and he will introduce himself. He's got his own way. Gary, I have to tell you, I've known Gary a little bit, amazing guy, and here he is. Let's give him some.
Thank you.
Sorry. This way you don't get to touch the wire. You got it.
Hi, thank you, Pam, for giving me this chance to speak. I'm Gary Brenner, and I'm going to speak in my personal capacity about Convention of States. In case you don't know what that is, it's a nationwide grassroots organization dedicated to the American people using the Article 5 Convention for proposing amendments to the Constitution. Our governing system is broken, and we have to continue doing what you folks are doing, supporting and electing the best leaders. That's never going to change. We have to fight for the best ideology and fight for the best policies. We have to do more, and experience has shown us that we have to do more. And for one reason, I'm saying that. Look at 2010. We elected the biggest swing class to Congress since the 1930s, gaining Republican control in Congress in 2010. And most of those new congressmen promptly became part of the swamp. So that shows us, again, that we don't have so much of a personnel problem in Washington, D.C. We have more of a structural problem and a mindset problem throughout our nation. And the framers of our Constitution saw this happening. They saw the swamp coming. They talked about it. They didn't call it the swamp. They called it oppressive federal government and a power-abusing Congress. That's in the historical record. You can look at that for yourself. And they gave us a way to fix it. They knew it would be up to we, the people, at this point to fix it. And they gave us a specific power and a specific process in Article 5 of the Constitution. In other words, they gave us a tool that we could put our hands on and use to fix our government, to secure the blessings of liberty, to restore the Constitution. It's the Article 5 convention process, which gives the states the power to have a convention at which the delegates, the representatives of the states, can propose amendments to the Constitution. And then who would ratify proposed amendments? Who ratifies proposed amendments? That's right, the states. Thank you. So that shows that the states have this enormous unilateral power to propose amendments and then to ratify those same proposed amendments. No other governing entity has that power. Congress cannot ratify amendments. The president cannot ratify amendments. The states can, either by the state legislatures or in ratifying conventions in each state. So Article 5 specifies how this works mechanically. The states can have a convention if 34 states apply to Congress for a convention of the same subject matter. That's what Convention of States is doing. We have a booth over here with literature and petitions that you can sign. We have a great team, which some of the team is over there staffing our booth. This is a hands-on process. It's grassroots activism, and that's how this will be successful. We're growing a grassroots army of active, engaged, self-governing activists. This is across the nation, not just in New Jersey. We're bringing power back closer to home, governing power, which belongs to we the people. That's federalism. Rebalancing governing power vertically with the federal government, the states, and with we the people. This is what the framers set up. They balanced power and spread it out carefully. because they knew that power corrupts, and they knew that power has a tendency to centralize, which is what has happened. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe in the framers of the Constitution and our founding fathers? Right. Do you believe that they created the government and the Constitution with wisdom? And did that include the wisdom of the ages? Well, let me tell you, in case you don't know, that the founding fathers, our framers of the Constitution, also believed in us. That's why they gave us this power. That's why they knew we are the first and the final guardians of the Republic, using the Article 5 convention process to propose amendments and get the right amendments ratified in 3 subject areas: imposing fiscal restraints, imposing term limits on members of Congress and federal officials. Thank you. Those term limits on federal officials can include federal judges and Supreme Court justices. And the other of the 3 areas is limit the power and jurisdiction of the federal government. Amendments that are germane to that subject would include an amendment to clarify the Commerce Clause of the original Constitution, clarify the General Welfare Clause, clarify the Necessary and Proper Clause. Those clauses have been grossly misinterpreted by the Supreme Court with their decisions, giving far too much power to the federal government. We have an ongoing constitutional convention with the Supreme Court, essentially rewriting our Constitution. Do you know the Constitution effectively today is a 3,000-page book. It's about this thick. It weighs about 10 pounds, including all of the Supreme Court decisions, including the bad ones. That is effectively the Constitution we're living under today, not the 4,400-word original Constitution. This one here. With the amendments, it's 7,500 words. This is not the one we're living under effectively. We're living under that 3,000-page Constitution. We can fix that with the Article 5 Convention, and the other part of this process, which is interwoven with the mechanical part, is restoring a culture of self-governance in America. This is part of the framers' vision with Article 5. By building consensus throughout the nation for an Article 5 convention on the same subject matter, it will help to restore a mindset and a culture of self-governance in our nation. That will fix our broken government. I want to thank you for your time. Please, if you haven't, sign our petition. More importantly, join this grassroots army that will make this happen. We have 4.7 million Americans support Convention of States. 15 state legislatures have passed this application to do this, to have this convention. And by the way, in case you're wondering, why has this never happened before? Our American ancestors have tried to do this throughout the nation's history. There have been over 400 Article 5 applications, beginning with the first one, the same year the Constitution was ratified. So again, thank you for your time. Join this movement, Convention of States. Thank you.